Hello, everybody. This is Julissa. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming back to my channel. Thank you so much to everybody who's listening right now in the podcast. Today is Sunday, January the 26th, 2025. I wanted to come here and talk to you about what's trending right now regarding specifically illegal immigration right in this country. But before I continue, I really hope everybody's having a great day. It's a beautiful Sunday here in Connecticut. It's very cold, but it's beautiful. But I want to also to thank everybody who has been subscribing on the YouTube channel. Please don't forget to subscribe and share. And thank you so much to everybody who's listening right now using Spotify. On Spotify, you're also able to follow me. That way, every time I do a new episode, you'll be able to get notified, okay? But I wanted to come here and talk to you guys about, because this is very interesting. This is something that I didn't expect this to happen when it comes to countries who are being told, who are being, um, who are being sent full planes or majority of the plane filled with illegal immigrants being deported from this country. I am very surprising to see that some countries are denying entry to their own citizens. Okay, this is very shocking to me. Okay, I really hope let me know what you think about it. Let me tell you something. I think Donald Trump has never been quiet about what his plan backing off it will be. We knew what the priority of his work was going to be. And illegal immigration in the United States was a very top priority for him. It was mentioned during the debate. It was mentioned during his campaign. It was mentioned even before, even after he left the office, right back in 2020. Everything was already like he's not doing anything that he never said he was gonna do. And I know it's only been a week. Tomorrow, Monday, is gonna be a full week. But what are these other countries doing by not receiving the planes with the people that belong to that country? And people only want to focus on what Donald Trump is doing, saying, how can he do that to these people? But then, isn't it also very hard to know that your own country doesn't want to receive you? Isn't that even worse? I think. And it's like, what are people expecting for it to happen? And like I said, this is not something that he just one day he decided to do this law and be like, I'm going to go after illegal immigration. He has been saying this since day one. If anything, all these countries should have prepared, okay? They should have prepared, and knowing that this is not Donald Trump's first term, this is his second term, right? So it's very shocking to me. And now, I'm going to read to you briefly this article that Colombia, the country of Colombia, refused to receive, you know, illegal immigrants that were sent to them by the U.S. They refused to receive. They refused to receive the plane, and now Donald Trump is saying, okay, we're gonna retaliate by imposing tariff and tax and doing a bunch of things that the in the past, denying visas and everything like this, that in the past they probably would have never done, right? And they're like, oh, okay, you know what? Okay, we're gonna send our own presidential plane now to get the people. Really? And you like? I'm sorry, my thing is going up, but it's like, really, that's what you are. That's what it was all about. Because the crazy barbaric thing about this whole thing also is that they are the presidents of these other nations. This is so crazy. They are complaining, saying, like Brazil was talking. They are complaining and saying, I don't know why my thing is going off right now. I do apologize. My mini, my Google Mini. I don't know why it's going off. Just cancel. So I hope you cancel it, guys. But anyways, I do apologize about that. So I think it's very interesting that um countries are saying they cannot believe, right? Brazil is saying how they're Donald Trump is sending these people with handcuffs and shackles in their feet. That I don't approve of, though. I gotta say. But then, how barbaric is that you have all these presidents talking and saying how dehumanizing it is to do this to these people, to send them back like this, but you're not even receiving them. They're denying the entry to the entry to their own people. That's crazy to me. I don't understand. That's crazy. So, sometimes we just focus on what somebody does, right? So President Donald Trump on Sunday announced retaliatory tariff on Colombia after his president said he blocked U.S. military deportation flights, the first instance of Trump using economic pressure to force other nations to fall in line with his mass deportation plans since he took office last week. Once again, the mass deportation plan of illegal immigrants was no secret to nobody. This man has been saying this many times before, and if anything, all these presidents should have prepared. Okay, they should have warned the people that are living here. You would have said, before he takes office, because the elections were in November, so it's not like if it wasn't a secret, like within 2 months, something like this was going to happen. And this is a learning experience for everybody. That's why, sometimes we're like, oh, that's not going to happen. It's always good to prepare. This man was elected the early in November. It is almost the end of January right now, and he's doing exactly what he said he was going to do, and they're like complaining about it. If anything, they should have come with some action plan to know, we do have a lot of people that are going to be affected by this living in the U.S. We do have a lot of people who immigrated to the U.S. in illegal ways. Maybe perhaps we should have do some type of action plan. But now they're like rejecting the planes filled with the citizens and then complaining about it. Like you are rejecting basically your own people. Are you serious? That's crazy. Okay, so early in that day, Colombian President Gustavo Petro announced he had blocked 2 U.S. military flights carrying migrants heading towards the country and called on the United States to establish better protocol in its treatment of migrants. Like you are, like this is the part I don't get either. You are demanding for them to use better protocol, but you're not even going to open the door for your own people? Right? Like you are, by doing this, it's almost like you're creating a problem out of something. You're going to create another additional problem. And the worst thing about this whole thing, who's in the middle, is these innocent people. Meaning innocent because obviously it's a political thing. Right? I do understand that a lot, they're in this country legally. Right? I get that. But this is this is how you know that it's definitely political in the way that the moment Trump said, okay, we're going to put a 25% tariff on all imports from that country. We're going to put a travel ban for Colombian citizens and revocation of visas for Colombian officials in the U.S. Along with the allies and supporters. Trump also ordered stricter inspections of cargo shipments arriving from Colombia, along with the banking and finance sanctions and visa sanctions on all party members, family members, and supporters of the Colombian government. That's what Trump said, that they're going to start doing them. And he said these measures are just the beginning. We will now allow the Colombian government to violate its legal obligation with regards to the acceptance and return of the criminals they forced into the United States. This is what the president said on his Truth Social. The Trump administration was caught by surprise at the military flights being rejected as they were bound for Colombia. An administration official said Colombia authorities approved the 2 flights before they took off according to documents, but those plans were suddenly scrapped, frustrating the officials, and discussions between the U.S. and Colombia remain ongoing. And Trump's reaction to Colombia's rejection of not receiving their citizens marks the first major crash with another country over immigration issues since he began his second term. Once again, I say this should have never been a surprise. This man knew, he has been saying this since day one, what he was going to prioritize, right, in his campaign, in his term. Later on Sunday, Petro called on U.S. citizens living in Colombia illegally to regularize their stay without offering specific American citizens. This is what he said now to the U.S. citizens living in Colombia. American citizens who wish to do so can be in Colombia. I believe in human freedom, he said on Twitter. You will never see me burning a U.S. flag or carrying out a raid to return handcuffed illegal immigrants to the U.S. He also offered his presidential plane to help repatriate deportees from the U.S. who were set to arrive in the country on Sunday morning. So now he's rolling back, right? Now that he sees everything, okay, you're not going to receive your people, so this is what we're going to do, right? And he's like, whoa, let me roll back, right? So, it's almost like, let me roll back. And now he's saying, I'm going to send the Colombian presidential plane to get my people back from you, I guess, right? Right? There was no need for this, right? That's the whole point. These countries should have already been prepared. Like, how do you think that he was going to do deportations? Like, what were they thinking? If anything, they should have come up, like I said, with some type of action plan. Okay? He was elected in November. He should have given this country time to do some type of plan of action. And we know by this, right, that he's sticking, like the president-elect is sticking to what he said he was going to do. Okay, so let me know, guys, what you think about this. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming back to my channel. Thank you so much, everybody who's listening in the podcast. You have a good day. God bless.